What's up, everybody? I hope you like food as much as I do. Came across this video, top trending, posted a few days ago. Goes through 10 of the weirdest restaurants around the world. Some probably out of your bucket list, others not so much. Let's take a look.
Instead of hitting up a regular old chain restaurant like everyone else, how about next time you eat out, you go someplace truly memorable? Check out 10 of the most bizarre restaurants in the world. Then let us know in the comments any we missed. It's always annoying when something interrupts your dinner, whether it be a knock on the door, a phone call, or an earthquake. Yet there are people who not only enjoy a large earthquake disrupting their dinner, they'll pay for the privilege. Welcome to Spain's Disaster Cafe. If you're dining there, you'll do so in an underground bunker. The waitstaff are all wearing hard hats and other protective gear, and the dinnerware you receive your food on is much heavier than the typical bowls and dishes we all have at home. Disaster Cafe does this because during your meal, the entire room begins to shake, rattle, and roll with the power of a 7.8 earthquake. You're not eating through some wimpy little rumble. You're getting the real deal with enough power to level an entire city. Also, much like a real earthquake, you never know when it's actually going to strike. So the entire time you're eating your dinner, you do so not knowing
pretty
how
much
long
like
you have before the quaking commences.
not knowing when your table
Obviously,
is
it's a
shake.
controlled earthquake, so nobody gets hurt. In fact, the worst
Sort of
that
like chip a
usually
tooth
happens
when
is
you
that food and
drink
drink
your
spill.
glass of
The
water.
heavy
You
dinnerware
might
prevents most accidents, but not
guaranteed
all.
to spill
The
it.
Disaster
Definitely
Cafe
spill your
is
drink,
strictly
probably
for
your
adults.
food.
For family outings, there's a fun and wacky alien-themed restaurant directly above the
Probably
earthquake room.
ruin your
Don't
clothes.
worry, the aliens don't abduct anybody.
At least that one doesn't like ruin your clothes and like make it hard for you to eat your meal.
Rather, it's the food that makes this place stand out. In a nutshell, Buang serves the strangest, most curious, and most questionable animal parts around, most of which we wouldn't even imagine could be edible. If you're feeling adventurous, you can dine on the genitals of almost any animal you can think of. Reindeer, oxen, and even dog genitals are available. Only the latter if you plan to never look your pooch in the eye ever again. Some of the food there is, let's say, ambiguously legal. For example, they serve
any animal you have for a pet,
particularly soul-crushing delicacy that involves months of planning by the restaurant. And by planning, we almost certainly mean poaching. If you're not in the mood for roasted animal naughty parts, you can always partake in stew made out of animal faces or a delicious dish of bird claws.
I mean, I've had part of a pig's face, like a
we're not sure.
pig roast. It's pretty good, like pig ears, pig nose.
Serves up exotic body parts simply for the novelty of it. They truly believe these foods have magical qualities to them. Whether their powers
I believe that. I mean,
or simply magically make one's life better.
You get there's different chemicals that run through those body parts than other chemicals. Testosterone, maybe good for protein for like working out or something. I believe that.
Prison hospital without, going to prison. Tokyo's Alcatraz ER is for you. When you arrive for your meal, you're led to your table in handcuffs. And your table is
this is like maybe kind of cool
as possible. Imagine
if you're like
sending you to Arkham Asylum,
visiting, you're in the area on
vacation. Alcatraz ER. Once in your cell, surrounded by old prison TVs and motivational sayings like "Oh my God" painted on the walls, waitresses dressed like nurses.
It's kind of creepy.
Food. These include small plastic cups with nuts and snacks inside that are supposed to be your medication, and alcoholic drinks, oftentimes stirred with sex toys. That last part is not so much faithful to Alcatraz as it is a weird Japan thing. If you ever need to get the waitstaff's attention, you do so by banging on your cell door with a metal pipe chained to the ceiling. Hopefully you like the constant sound of clanging
the food
your steak and
looks
pizza.
pretty, that's
then
good.
The stage
That's
show.
good.
In the middle of your meal, the lights go out, the sirens turn on, and you're bathed in flashing red emergency lights. The worst, most insane prisoners have escaped and are now roaming the halls. Inmates include a psychotic clown and a mostly nude dancing man. And they all get close enough to your cell to literally poke at you. If you're in Tokyo and want a truly strange dining experience, check out Alcatraz ER. It will make you appreciate what Batman does even more than you already do. You can get a salad just about anywhere, but if you want thousands of calories worth of unhealthy, greasy goodness, you must check out the Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas. This restaurant's entire MO is proudly based on being as terrible for your body as possible.
Holy
Their fries
crap.
and buns are usually cooked in lard. Their milkshakes are made out of butterfat. Their Cokes are fully sugar-based, and you can even order packs of non-filter cigarettes. But that's nothing compared to their burger menu. You can order your burgers with up to 8 meat patties.
That's the biggest burger I've ever seen.
Entitled the
Holy
Octuple
shit.
Bypass. But since each burger is dripping in cheese and features buns fried in lard, even a single patty burger is appropriately called the single
Expect to
bypass.
spend all the
Heart
rest.
Attack Grill
Expect to
celebrates
spend
their
all the
healthiness
rest
so
of the
much,
next
they
day
offer
on the
free
toilet.
food to anybody who weighs more than 350 pounds. But you have to
That's
prove your
pretty
weight
cool.
by letting them weigh you on a cattle scale.
You just live in that
every
town to
day.
be a huge
In short,
person and
leave
just
your
eat a
dignity at
ton
the
and eat
hotel.
for free all
Leave
the
your
time.
credit card there too. The Heart Attack Grill is cash only because, as their sign says, you might die before the check clears. Oh, and if you can't finish your 8,000 calorie meal, the waitstaff spanks you with a
Oh, you definitely,
Usually hurts,
you definitely
not as
get
much as your
paddled
stomach
by
does after consuming all that lard.
fucking, excuse my
It may
burping
sound like a
language.
particularly out there
By the
reality
staff.
show, but Cabbages and Condoms is a real restaurant. It's based out of Thailand and
That's
is shockingly
an
wholesome
odd
in its
name.
weirdness.
Who would think of that
The
name?
entire restaurant is condom
Those two
based.
things don't even
As
go
you
together.
enter, you'll find several mannequins
Cabbages
whose
and
clothing is made
condoms.
out of condoms. There's a
I
bride
guess I
whose
kinda
wedding
get
gown
the
is made out of
reference. I
condoms.
get the-
A Santa Claus with a beard made out of condoms. And even a superhero called, naturally, Captain Condom. Luckily, the
Mr.
restaurant doesn't go so
Condom,
far as to serve your drinks in a
Condom
condom.
Man.
In fact, nothing about your actual dining experience is strange and wacky. That's because, rather than being funny, Cabbages and Condoms is designed to promote safer sex. You can even bring home free condoms.
Spreads awareness,
There's a
I
whole
guess.
box of them as you leave, complete with a sign that says,
Just
"Sorry,
basically
we have no
screams
mints.
use
Please
condom.
take a condom instead." As for the food, it's actually considered some of the best Thai
Keep the
cuisine in all
population
of Bangkok.
down.
This means you get a legitimately great dining
Remind me that
experience
there's
sandwiched
condoms in
between
the world.
memorable condom-related shenanigans as you enter and exit. It's the best
That
and
food
safest of
looks
both worlds.
bomb.
Opaque is the restaurant to hit if you enjoy eating food but not looking at it. At this restaurant, which can be found in various cities around the world, you are led into a room, seated, and then
Really
the lights
make
go out.
much sense.
Nothing scary
Be
or silly
dark.
happens. You're just left in pitch darkness. The waitstaff will help guide you to places as distant as the bathroom and as nearby as your fork. That's because everybody who works there is either blind or visually impaired, and so they are
That makes
experienced
sense.
in dealing with the dark. Yes, this restaurant serves as a way to experience
That's
what it's
kinda
like to
cool.
be
That's
sight
pretty cool,
impaired.
actually.
It also serves as a statement on how overstimulated we've become as a culture. By removing flashing lights and crazy colors, we become more
That's like
focused on
the
ourselves
extreme
and the
of
sounds
like,
our
don't
loved
use your
ones'
phone
voices.
during dinner.
That, more than mere novelty,
Like, don't
is a
even
true point
use
of
your
pride.
eyes.
And don't worry. the
Just worry about
waitstaff is
food and
entirely
conversation.
trustworthy. They won't slip you food that you hate just because you can't see it. That would be mean. Are you 12 years old on the inside? If so, the Modern Toilet restaurant in Taiwan is for you. Quite
Ah.
simply, almost every item on the menu is served in a miniature toilet. Your cups are toilets. Your bowls are toilets. Even your dessert is served in a toilet. Some of these toilets look like American commodes, while others look like long Asian toilets embedded right into the ground. Either way, if you're eating something at Modern
It's like a
Toilet,
mental
it's probably
challenge.
served inside a toilet. Appropriately, the owner of Modern Toilet dreamed up the idea
Like,
while on an
is a
actual toilet.
play
He
on.
was apparently reading a manga called Dr.
I mean, I don't
Stone,
think he thought
which
of
is
it this
also
way, if this is how he
probably
came
filled
up with
toilet
it, but
humor. Inspiration can come
it's like a
from the
play on,
strangest
like,
of places.
don't talk about
Thankfully, the
nasty
actual
things while you're
toilets
eating
at Modern
dinner.
Toilet are not filled with food. That
It's
would
like
be
taking that a
disgusting
step
bridge
further.
too far.
You're gonna eat out of a toilet.
Tokyo's Vampire Cafe is where you go when your goal is
like
to be
your food's
spooked and
shaped
creeped
like
out while
poop.
enjoying your meal. Just about everything at the Vampire Cafe is, well, vampire related. The curtains, floors, and the rest of the decor is the color of blood. The mirrors look like they're covered in bloodstains. The menus are coffin-shaped. And if that's not enough, there's an actual coffin smack dab in the middle of the restaurant.
That's kinda cool.
Don't worry, they don't put you in there if you can't pay the bill.
It'd be cool to go
The
there,
waitstaff are all
like,
dressed
during
like vampires,
October or
short
something if you
names like
visited
Vampire Rose, and talk much
country.
like how many of us assume Dracula talks.
there.
Interestingly, some of the menu
Like, right
items
before
suggest themes
Halloween
that
and
actual
close to
vampires would
Halloween.
not endorse. After all, if you were
Yeah.
Dracula, would you want to be anywhere near appetizers shaped like crosses, or steaks stabbed with a wooden stake? Even so, we're assuming
It's pretty
nothing at
cool.
Vampire
It's
Cafe
pretty
is cooked with garlic. If it is, Dracula might want to speak to the manager. Dinner in the Sky isn't a quirky name.
That's
it's a
pretty
literal
cool.
one. You and your party will be led to a table on a large outdoor platform. You order your food, the waiters bring it to you, and everything seems normal. That is, until the platform starts to rise. It's attached to a large crane and does not stop rising until you are roughly 50 stories in the air. This, as you can imagine, is an incredible dining experience unlike any other, even though you should only dine here if you have absolutely no fear of heights. It's actually quite safe, as the platform is incredibly strong, and so is the
Like
crane that
amusement
raises
parks
it.
and
It's just that sometimes you
Yeah,
need to
roller
remind your
coasters,
stomach of
that's-
that. Dinner in the Sky offers various
probably for
themed
you.
events as well. If you and your
You get
fiancé
seasick
both want
though,
a
that
thrill,
motion
you
of
can
that
get married
curvy
in the
swing
sky.
while you're trying to
If you've
eat
ever dreamed
probably
of
isn't
riding and
good.
dining on Santa's sleigh, you can have Christmas in the sky, complete with St. Nicholas guiding his reindeer through the clouds. All you need to do is never, ever look down. You've probably been to a restaurant with a nice
That's the
aquarium.
big one.
Now imagine the aquarium surrounding you.
That's
The Itha Undersea Restaurant on Rongali Island is just that.
That's the bucket
Once you
list.
enter,
Like,
you're quickly brought underground. And not just a little bit
very
either.
cool.
The restaurant is actually 5 meters or 15 feet under the sea. A dining room is completely encased in glass, giving
That's
you a
amazing.
full panoramic view of all the sea life
you probably
surrounding
serve
you.
amazing
Plus, at
seafood.
that depth, the sun still hits the
It's
water,
kind of
meaning
screwed up.
everything is completely
All these
blue
fish are
and
swimming
totally
around
visible.
watching
Now that
like
does
their
mean the
brothers
fish
and
swimming around
sisters,
you can see if you're
cousins
eating
getting
seafood.
chopped
But don't
up
worry,
and
they
eaten.
probably can't get through that glass. Unfortunately, if you're hoping to eat dinner surrounded by truly strange creatures of the deep ocean, you're out of luck. Due to a pesky little thing called water pressure, your deep-sea dining experience could not possibly go much deeper than the 15 feet Itha takes you.
Plenty.
Sure,
It's
your
just
colossal
enough.
squid friend
It's
will
just what you
understand.
need to be immersed in the ocean eating seafood. Awesome.